In this video, we're going to take a look at some basics of inserting text onto a document page. First, you might want to start with some text that's already set up to match the system style chosen for your course. To do this, select the Insert menu ribbon and then click on Text Elements. The ones we can work with can start here. For example, maybe we want to go ahead and add a text frame that we'll use to have as a title for the page. So we'll choose Header 1. It will insert a text frame on our page, and you'll notice that the text is already highlighted. This means we can just go ahead and start typing. So let's go ahead and do that now. We'll call this one, we'll type an introduction. Now let's click off of it, and then you'll notice if we click it again, it selects the entire container. What this will allow us to do is actually, while we're not in text edit mode, view the different settings that are applied to the entire text frame over here in the Properties pane. So for example, we're using the Arial font. This is the font size, the color, and then different attributes and so on. And we can go ahead and override globally the entire settings over here for the entire frame, so everything in it will change. But for now, we're just going to keep the default settings for the header one that matches our system style that we're using for the course. Now, maybe you want to go ahead and continue along these lines and choose another text frame that's based upon the system style for the body text. Again, it's very easy to do. Just go to the Insert menu ribbon, select Text Elements, and maybe we'll choose Header 3. Again, we can move the text frame down to where we need it to, and then we just start typing, and we can say, "Welcome to this course on ... and then click off and so on. Now, there may be times when you don't want to use the header options or use text frames based upon the system style itself. You want to start maybe from some simple text and then change the attributes on your own. Again, there is an option to do this. We'll take a look at this as our last feature, and then you can go ahead and play around with these options on your own. Again, go back up to the Insert menu option, select Text Elements. This time select just the plain text frame. It inserts the text frame on the page, and we'll just move it down here. And we'll type in some text. We'll say, "This course includes ... Now, again, you can click off of it and you can select the entire frame again and choose to change its attributes globally. Maybe we want to have everything in it set to bold. You'll notice it did set all the text in the frame to bold. Maybe we want to go ahead and change the size of the font itself to something else. So let's go ahead and make it bigger, and so on. You don't have to change all of the text at one time and its attributes. There also may be times when you want to go ahead and I'm going to click off and then click back on. Maybe you want to go ahead and just choose some of the text to change its attributes, and that's easily done too. Just highlight the text, come back over to the Properties pane, and then you can go ahead and do such things as maybe we'll go ahead and choose the color option. And we can go ahead and choose a different color for this one, and we'll just change this one real quick. And then we'll click off of it, and you'll see how easily it went ahead and changed the color for us. One last thing, go ahead and choose the frame again. Not only do you have options that you can work with the text frame in the Text tab of the Properties pane, don't forget to take a look at options for layout as well as advanced settings too. These other features are covered in more detail in other tutorials. So this video covered the basics of inserting text onto a document page using system style options as well as a default text frame that you can also go ahead and modify as needed.